At your behest, I have been summoned. I followed your voice from the depths of the abyss, through the fiery plains of hell, and tore through the fabrics of time and space to be by your side. Now tell me, Master, what is it that you desire?
Wait, what? Oh, I must not have heard you correctly. Sorry, who am I? Don't tell me I went to the wrong place again. And after I did that embarrassing speech, the one that they had us learn at corporate. Oh, well, we are required to answer any summon with, well, that. Our new manager has a tendency to be overly dramatic. I think she watches a few too many shows in her time off, you know? So, are you sure you didn't summon an Incubus for a little bit of fun, darling? You know, I'm full of surprises, and I'm eager to please. Yes, exactly. An incubus. A demon of lust. Much like a succubus. Same thing. Two sides of the same coin. Lust. Demon. Sex. Devil. Whatever you want to call us. Do you always ask questions that were already answered? Oh, so you don't. That is a relief, at least. I don't think I would be able to handle a longer conversation with someone like that, but I can understand you being a bit overwhelmed at the moment. I did just appear in your room unannounced and... Actually, wait a minute. What is that? I recognize that smell! Are those incense? And all these candles? That tome! So you did perform a summoning ritual. Why are you acting so surprised then? I'm sorry, come again? What do you mean? You didn't expect it to work? Well, that must be the dumbest excuse I've ever heard. No one makes a demon contract. And nobody summons a demon on accident. We made sure of that. Too many complaints from those pesky little angels. Everyone from Castiel to Gabriel was getting their wings in a tiff. Yes, a contract. When summoning a demon, you automatically enter a preliminary contract with it. Did you actually read any of the instructions in that book of yours? Why not? Details like those are important when dealing with magic. What do you humans say, devil's in the details? Pun intended. You only looked at the pictures. Great. Oh, please give me the strength not to strangle you. Oh, love. Has no one told you before that magic can be extremely dangerous if used incorrectly? Well, if you didn't think magic was real, why did you even perform the ritual? For fun? My dear, this is not some parlor trick. This isn't some little sleepover game. Bloody Mary 3 times in the mirror and suddenly she appears. This is the real thing. And I don't really want to deal with this. Why do I always get the weird clients? Anyways, the fact of the matter is that you did summon me. And that you did enter a contract with me. And that contract needs to be fulfilled. It doesn't matter that you didn't know about it. That's why we have safeguards in place, as I said before. Safeguards that you so cleverly ignored. The angels complained so long about us tricking humans into contracts that we eventually just shut them all up now. Do you know what's happening now? Now you can only summon a demon if you do it with intent. In return, we kind of implemented a no return policy, so this is happening. Period. You might think you didn't want to actually summon me, but the fact that I'm here tells me otherwise. Some part of you, deep inside, wanted it to be true. You have the kind of desire that only an incubus can satisfy. So why don't you tell me, sweetheart? Because I really, really want to know. Won't you please? Oh, you don't think you do have any desires? That's cute. Everyone has something they want. Something they hide away deep inside their very soul. A desire so shameful to yourself that you can never share it with those around you. And that is what an incubus is here for. To fulfill exactly that desire. And all we want in return is some of your delicious, delectable little life energy. You still don't know what that is. Of course, that's alright. You're not the first to have that problem. Look here. This is a book about all the services and positions I can offer. Take a peek inside. It has very vivid descriptions, I must say. And pictures, of course. If you still have questions, I would be more than happy to demonstrate some of them. Or, if you're still not sure, I could take you on the grand tour, as I call it. Some of the most popular acts among my past customers, and a few personal favorites of mine. Call it a chef's special, so to speak. Wow. It looks like you're getting all red, darling. Sweetheart, are you okay? This isn't too stimulating for you, is it? My eyes, what about them? You'll have to speak up. I can't understand you if you mumble to yourself like that. They seem predatorial all of a sudden. Well, darling, that's just what we call nature, isn't it? I want to devour you. I want to taste the fruit that is forbidden to us. And you being such a flustered mess just makes me want to ruin you even more. You need only say the word, and I would take you right now. And you would feel the ecstasies of pure pleasure, darling. Of course, you can tell me that you don't want anything, but I'm taking your energy regardless as per the contract you signed, so it would be a shame not to make use of the opportunities, right? That's what I thought. So, sweetheart, what can I do for you? How about this one? Ooh, or that one, if you're feeling adventurous. Oh, come on. Ooh, page 32. That's a real fun one. Although, we're actually going to have to get a pulley system. You know what, never mind. Maybe a little too advanced for you. Well, unless, of course, you want that. And you know, there are other options. I have a few friends I could call in. Maybe 3, 4 at a time. Test your limits, so to speak. Only I could do this for you. Don't you want to see how far your desires can go? Oh, you're getting more red. Be careful. If you keep reacting like that, I might become addicted to teasing you. A question. Of course, you can ask anything. No, well, you're not exactly only limited to these options. I am open to everything you want. If we need toys, I can summon almost anything. Do you need a collar, rope, gag, whip, chains, anything like that? Ooh, I can even get you a little mask. Don't tell me it's something truly diabolical. It's been so long since I bust out the whip. Or use used one myself, if that's what you're into. Maybe you want to smack me around, or maybe you like a little pain mixed with pleasure, darling. That's not it. I'm sorry. Don't mean to push. Consent is the hottest thing ever, darling. But you do look like you thought of something. So why don't you tell me? Embarrassing. Well, don't worry about that. First of all, I've seen almost everything. So there's nothing that could shock me. Second, that is, well, what exactly are Incubus and Succubi for? Well, the stuff you don't want to share with anyone. I'm literally from another plane of existence, so anything you share with me won't, well, it won't exactly see the light of day, darling. What is it you humans say? Well, I guess I could switch it up. What happens in hell stays in hell, darling. Oh, darling. So just tell me what you want to do. What do you desire? Oh, what? Oh, well, no, I mean, what? No, that's not weird. No, it's just, well, I don't, exactly think anyone has ever summoned an incubus or succubus for just to cuddle. I mean, of course, I don't mean just cuddle as if it was somehow less intimate than the other stuff. I mean, I don't want to belittle your interests or anything. I mean, what? No, never. Why would I be flustered? You can't fluster an incubus. Never. Fulfilling mortal desires is literally my job, so how could I be embarrassed? I mean, I just want to make sure that you're not too flustered. I mean, obviously. Thank you for worrying about me. But I'm fine, really. I mean, I might be a lust demon, but I can feed on any kind of desire. The only difference is that, well, sexual desire is more intense, like an explosion, while the kind of energy I would get from cuddling is more, well, gentle. What it comes down to is that I would need to spend more time with you in order to eat my fill, darling. Well, I mean, I guess if that's what you want, I mean, maybe we can spend a long, long time together, darling. Come on then. No need to beat around the bush. I assume you want to do this on the bed. Perfect. Let me lie down first. Oh, your bed is so comfy. I might never want to leave it again. Why are you looking at me like that, darling? Don't you want to join me? Oh, darling. Don't be shy now. I tell you, it's okay to just give in to your desires with me. Now come into my warm embrace and let yourself be pampered. That's what you wanted, right? Oh, darling, that's more like it. You can lie down however you want, facing me or letting me hug you from behind. What's the difference? I guess facing each other is more intimate, but spooning is a bit easier. Since you don't have to worry about your face, you can just do what's comfortable for you, darling. That sounds good. I thought you might like that position better. Now let me just wrap my arms around you and pull you closer. Yes, just like that. Snuggle into me. It's okay. You must be so tired, darling. You really must be a pro at this, if you're asking for cuddles from an incubus, you know?
You're not. I can't believe that. So you're telling me that you're just naturally talented at being so outrageously comfy? Oh, that is unfair, darling. Okay, I understand. I'm a bit dramatic, but also half serious, 3/4. But it really does feel nice to cuddle you. And it did help, didn't it? Do you feel more relaxed now? You can't deny that. I'm glad that I could be of help, sweetie. What do you want to call me? Most people prefer something like master. But you were so cute that I couldn't help but switch to sweetheart or darling. You want me to call you darling? Well, that's good. Because you're such a beautiful darling in my eyes. So it would actually feel a bit weird to call you something different. Now, since we're all bundled up on this bed, is there anything you'd like to get off your chest, darling? Don't lie to me. I'm a demon. I was born of human emotions, so I'm naturally perceptive when it comes to desire, feelings, and burdens, and you carry so much. You do know it's okay to talk about, right? Especially with me. I promise I'll keep any secrets you want. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? That's fine. It's alright, darling. Don't worry. Just listen to me talk. You know, a friend of mine once met a very nice person who was very flirty and told my friends that they wanted to do something with them. Anything, really. Well, not something spicy and devilish. No, they did not want that. They wanted something more. Now, this is just my speculation, but I think my friend, I guess they weren't used to that much affection. Or the idea of intimacy itself. Perhaps they didn't receive it enough. Or perhaps even because others around them made fun of them every time they were honest with their feelings. So they buried their desires deep inside of them, eventually convincing themselves that it was somehow shameful and that they didn't need it. Does that sound familiar at all, darling? It does. Well, I see. If you have big feelings right now, you can let them all out with me, you know. I would never judge you. I won't tell anyone, another living soul. And I promise I will not stop cuddling you. It's okay for you to cry if you need. Being cuddled up together like this is, well, it's a pretty intense situation. It's pretty intimate, I guess. And well, it's not okay to bottle up your emotions, darling. It isn't going to make it any easier. You know it's okay to cry, right? It's also okay if you don't want to cry. My point is that you don't need to force yourself to be anything right now. Happy, sad, angry, they're just emotions. Maybe you don't feel anything. Maybe you just want to go with the flow, and I will be here to take that if you like. But it's okay. There you go. Shh. It's okay. I'm here for you, darling. No, I promise it's okay. Don't apologize. It's rather no bother to me. With these emotions flying through the room, I'm getting to eat my fill. I haven't in a long time, so I don't mind you continuing for as long as you need. What? You want to tell me something? Well, sweetheart, go right ahead. I see. I guess it makes sense that you would feel that way, but... Sweetheart, not to seem gaslight or anything, but you're probably the only one who thinks that wanting to cuddle is something shameful. Everyone, every human, every angel, every demon, every monster, every vampire, every zombie, every ghoul who's ever crept the earth, everyone needs some physical touch from time to time. No, of course not, darling. I don't think you're at fault. I don't think. I don't think that at all. It's just. I think you've had some bad luck. How do I say this? I know that you basically confirmed this at the little story I told you about that imaginary friend of mine, but bear with me. And please, darling, interrupt me if I'm wrong. Okay? If I had to guess, you probably didn't get any chance to be this close to other people in the past. And you had no choice but to imagine what it would be like. You kept wishing for it, as anyone would. But over time, it became much bigger. It became a heavy burden on your heart. And so the barrier to be intimate with someone also became much higher, which prevented you from acting on your desires and, well, it kept you trapped in a vicious cycle, didn't it? After all, whoever you chose for naturally had to be better. They had to be a better choice than anyone you met in the past, or else it would devalue all the time you spend holding yourself back. Oh, so that also sounds familiar to you. I thought so. Unfortunately, it's an all too common story. And even if you know about it, it's still almost impossible to break the chains, to break the cycle that is stuck on us. Without someone to help you. Someone like, I guess someone who, for example, literally pulls you into bed and forces you to admit what you want. No, I'm sorry, you just reminded me of someone. I broke a cycle once. It was bad. I was hurt very badly. But nevertheless, that's in the past. I swore I would move on, and I have. This is a new me. I'm a new person, obviously. No, it's no need to thank me, darling. We already made a contract after all, and I'm receiving my due compensation. But still, I appreciate it. You really are quite precious, aren't you? All of that isn't meant to say that your point of view is not valid, of course. This innocence of yours is actually very endearing. All I'm saying is that most people would happily oblige if you ask them for a hug or even a cuddle. Affection always goes both ways, so it's not the only way you would receive something. But then again, you really needed to hear this, didn't you? You seem to have calmed down a bit, darling. At least you aren't radiating raw emotions anymore. So how are you feeling? Exhausted? That doesn't surprise me. Strong emotions are tiring by themselves. And now I was here to devour your energy on top of that. Usually this would be the point where I leave, but I suppose there's nothing in the rules that... Okay, fine. Well, I guess there's nothing in the rules that says I have to, so... Well, I mean, if you'd like, I mean, would you mind if I stayed here maybe okay, just a little bit longer? I mean, not that well, I am kind of enjoying this. But, my point is, may I stay here a bit longer, darling? I guess I'm just really enjoying the time we're spending together. You don't? Well, that's, sorry, that's great to hear, darling. Look at me now, I'm all sleepy. This is your fault, with your adorable personality and perfectly cuddleable body. Too tired to be flustered, darling. Then how about we go to sleep? Just like this. We can embrace each other, my fingers tracing gentle patterns on your skin and playing with your hair. Thank you for trusting me so far, darling. It really means a lot that you have chosen to share this with me. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about? Oh. You're interested in my eating. What exactly is your question? Oh, don't worry about that. It's not dangerous. We're not vampires after all. Those folks show no restraint. And their blood-sucking is so unrefined. No. Succubi and incubi are much more gentle. It doesn't even work without some form of consent in the first place. And, like I said before, consent is the sexiest aphrodisiac of all, darling. It's kind of hard to explain to a mortal. If I told you that every emotion has a tangible energy attached to it, would that make sense to you? Okay. Well, this energy is part of you. Something like a combination of your stamina and mental endurance. Now, when a human displays or acts on a specific emotion, demons like me are able to devour the energy attached to it. And each demon is in turn associated with a certain emotion that they find especially gratifying. A succubus, incubus, or lust demon is associated with pleasure. So what we do is seduce mortals. Or I guess have them summon us. Then we sleep with them, obviously, and collect the energy that's released when they, well, release, so to speak. Since that is a very intense experience, we can gather a lot of energy in a short amount of time. And everyone walks away satisfied. It's truly the perfect arrangement, I think. Sweetheart, might you sleep already? No answer is also an answer. Sleep well, darling. You've earned it. I will try to be here in the morning, but I'm not really sure if I will be summoned somewhere. I will come back. I really enjoyed you and your company, and, well, hopefully you did mine. I mean, I guess I want to see where this goes. If it goes anywhere, I'll just stop talking now. In case you still hear me after all. Good night, sweetheart. And have a nice dream. Hello there, darlings. Quick little thing. I've been on sabbatical. Very sorry that I've missed a few uploads. But I'm back. Well, not back. No live streams, obviously. My sabbatical will be extended while I'm dealing with mental health stuff. Doing therapy, that's pretty nice. Very, very kind person, opened my eyes. Anyways, I'm just gonna say, the competition will probably be extended, because, obviously I'm not back, and I am actually going on a vacation, visiting some family. Anyway, so no live streams for bits. I'll announce when I'm back to do those, but you should expect regular uploads, and, yeah. I love you guys. Anyways, I digress. I hope everyone has an amazing day, and if you like this, make sure to comment, like, subscribe. Consider donating, as it funds the channel and everything I do, and I want to give a big shout out to our loyal tier 3 Patreon subscribers. Thank you to Gray, Hybrid Sisters, Star Espersen, and ace.cries. And I would just like to say, everyone have an amazing day, darlings. Let's see, was there anything else I was supposed to talk about? God, there was something, I swear it was on the tip of my tongue. Anyways, I'm very sorry I'm recording this late at night, but either way, have an amazing day. Bye, I love you. Good night, darling.